Fire has always been humanity's lifeline. For centuries, the ability to create it reliably determined whether people survived cold nights, harsh winters, or the challenges of the wilderness. Yet, long before matches, lighters, or modern fire starters, medieval survivalists developed a method of fire-making so clever that modern researchers were left astonished. This windproof technique allowed people to ignite flames even under gales and storms, proving that resourcefulness and observation often surpass technology. Medieval communities adapted fire-making to the harshest conditions. In medieval Europe, survival was intertwined with the environment. People living in forests, mountains and open plains faced wind, rain and snow that could extinguish the best-prepared fires. Archaeological records and historical manuscripts reveal that communities devised a method that allowed them to shield sparks long enough to ignite tinder without relying on fragile matches or flammable chemicals. They utilized a combination of metal, stone and tinder, arranged in a precise way that channeled sparks safely while preventing wind from blowing them away. The materials and science behind this lost fire method are honestly quite fascinating. At the heart of this technique were three elements: a flint stone, a piece of high-carbon steel, and specialized tinder, such as charred cloth or finely shredded plant fibers. Striking the steel against flint produced incandescent sparks, but what truly set the method apart was the medieval approach to protecting the tinder. Rather than holding it exposed, they created a small recessed fire cup with the tinder nested inside. This cup, often made from split bark, hollowed wood, or even a small metal shell, shielded the tinder from the wind while concentrating the sparks. The combination of hardness, friction, and protection allowed a single strike to ignite the tinder reliably, a process that honestly astonished modern researchers attempting to replicate it under stormy conditions. Step-by-step application for modern survival enthusiasts. You can recreate this method today, not only to experience history, but to gain some practical fire-making skills. First, gather your materials: a piece of flint, a sturdy high-carbon steel striker, and fine tinder, such as dry grasses, cotton fibers, or char cloth. Next, fashion a small cup or recess for the tinder. This could be a piece of bark folded into a V shape, a small depression in a stone, or even a metal container with low sides. Place the tinder inside this cup, positioning it so sparks will land directly on the fibers without being blown away. Strike the steel against the flint at a sharp angle, producing a shower of sparks. The recessed design protects the tinder from wind, allowing it to smoulder before you gradually nurture it into a flame. So, why did this method, remain under the radar for centuries? Well, the technique simply wasn't widely documented, and that kind of secrecy really contributed to its lost status. Many historical survival manuals were, in fact, written for internal community use or for guild apprentices, rather than for the general population. Only fragments of these methods survived in manuscripts or through oral traditions, which has left modern researchers honestly scratching their heads. The windproof fire cup is now considered a masterstroke of medieval ingenuity because it shows a truly profound understanding of environmental challenges and material properties, knowledge that was, without a doubt, far ahead of its time. Now, how does this technique benefit modern bushcraft and, say, backyard survival? Even with all our modern fire-starting tools, mastering this medieval technique really builds confidence and adaptability. Unlike matches or lighters that, can fail when wet or windy, this method works in extreme conditions and requires only minimal fuel. Practicing it sharpens your observation skills, your ability to prepare materials carefully, and your patience, all essential traits for outdoor survival. Backyard enthusiasts can use it to ignite controlled campfires, outdoor cooking setups, or even for demonstrating historical survival methods in workshops and educational settings. Practical examples for backyard experimentation. You don't need to venture deep into the wilderness to test this technique. Place your tinder in a small fire cup on a fireproof surface in your backyard. Strike your steel against flint with precision, noting how the sparks catch the fibers inside the protected recess. Experiment with different shapes and depths of cups to see which best channels sparks while resisting wind. You can even try it under a fan to simulate stormy conditions. This hands-on approach teaches material science, historical ingenuity, and the art of precision, making it far more than a novelty. It becomes a practical, teachable skill. Lessons from medieval ingenuity that still apply today. This windproof fire method highlights a crucial survival lesson. Ingenuity matters more than tools. Medieval people understood their materials and environment intimately, devising techniques that allowed them to thrive with limited resources. By recreating these methods, modern survivalists connect with historical practices, developing resilience and problem-solving skills that are relevant even in the 21st century. Conclusion. Reconnecting with history enhances modern preparedness. The medieval windproof fire technique is more than a historical curiosity. It's a testament to human adaptability. By learning and practicing it, you not only gain a reliable way to start fires in adverse conditions, but also honor the ingenuity of people who thrived without matches or lighters. This skill teaches precision, patience, and the value of preparation, enriching both backyard experimentation and wilderness survival. If you found this guide valuable, subscribe to the channel for more forgotten survival techniques and share it with fellow history enthusiasts. Rediscovering these lost methods ensures that the practical wisdom of the past continues to empower modern adventurers.